Good morning, students. So today's topic for microbiology practical demonstration, culture media, demonstration of culture media. So before starting to this demonstration class, we must know at the end of this demonstration class, student must able to understand, identify and reproduce about definition of culture media, what are the composition, requirement, constituent of culture media, types of culture media, which are the different types of culture media. They should be able to identify, label the different types of culture media, and they should be able to reproduce the example with suitable example. They should be able to reproduce about the type and their suitable example, and they should be able to reproduce about the use of culture media. Okay, so keeping in mind these aims and objective, you should start first that media and culture. So media means what and culture means what? Media is the nutrients, the composition of these, which are agar, pH indicators, protein and carbohydrates. These are all ingredients which are used for the growth of organism outside their natural habitat. That means when the microorganisms are supposed to be grown from any clinical specimen, for example, from urine, blood, pus, okay, or any swabs. When we collect these clinical specimen from any patient to grow the microorganism, to grow the etiological agent, which is supposed to be responsible for the infectious disease the patient suffering from. So, what is media? Media is these are ingredients, okay, which are also known as nutrients used to grow the organism outside their natural habitat. That means they are used to grow the organism in vitro, that is in laboratory. Okay, and what is culture? Culture means the propagation of microorganism using these various medias. Okay, propagation, cultivation, growing these organisms outside their natural habitat in vitro in the laboratory using this different type of medias. So, what is the definition of culture media? Culture media are required to isolate the bacteria from clinical specimen, following which the appropriate biochemical test can be performed to identify the etiological agent, responsible microorganism, or the causative agent of that particular clinical condition or the infectious disease. So, what is culture media? Culture media, these are required. For what purpose they are required? They are required to isolate the bacteria from the obtained clinical specimen. Clinical specimens are obtained from the patient, and after following appropriate temperature, pH, and environmental conditions in vitro in the laboratory, these culture medias are allow us to grow the microorganism on them, and then for identification, for the genus and species level identification of these particular organism which propagate from the clinical specimen, we perform biochemical test, and these biochemical tests are also use these certain medias only, culture medias only. Okay, so this is the definition of culture media. So culture media are required for pathogens which are present in mixed population in human and animal body. So these culture media are required for propagation of the pathogen as well as common cells. Both are present in mixed population. For example, the sputum specimen. They may have various types of organisms. Okay, they may be the population in that sputum specimen may be mixed type, and this mixed type of population can be present in any clinical specimen which is collected from human or animal body. So culture media are required to grow them separately, to isolate them on this culture media. So why we use culture media? To grow them separately, to isolate them, so that different organism, different microorganism, whether it is a pathogen or a common cell, will produce a different type of colony, or they will show a different type of growth characteristic on this media, and their colonies will be separately cultivated on this culture media, so that we can isolate them, so that we can identify each and every organism which is forming colony on this media, and we can identify them, we can culture them again in pure culture form on the particular specific selective media or enriched media, whichever media is useful in that particular situation condition. Okay, so this is about the cultivation. Isolation of individual bacteria. Specimens are strict. How do we achieve isolation of individual organism? How do we achieve? We collect the specimen which has a mixed growth, so to isolate them. If the specimen has more than one bacteria, how to differentiate, how to isolate all the bacteria and their colonies. So for that, collect the specimen and we streak it out on a particular solid media. And this streaking is carried out using sterile nichrome wire loop or sterile disposable loops. Okay, so for this particular thing we require agar plates. Agar plates, or they are also known as culture media. These culture media are incubated at appropriate temperature and atmosphere. Often the temperature requirement is 35 degrees Celsius to 37 degrees Celsius. Why? Because the body temperature, human body temperature is 37 degrees Celsius. Few of them require 5% of carbon dioxide. Usually the colonies of any organism are grown on any media. Maximum time period of any bacteria takes is about 18 to 24 hours for growing on a culture media, except few slow growing organisms. For example, Mycobacterium tuberculosis, which takes about 1 week or more than 1 week to grow on a particular media. That is the lowest in Jensen media which is used for them, as well as certain fungi are there which may take more than a week for showing colonies on a particular fungal medium, that is Sabrot dextrose agar medium. Okay, so culture media, numerous culture medias are devised. Louis Pasteur, who has first introduced culture media, he used liquid medium, which are either urine or meat broth. Liquid media are not generally suitable for isolation because we cannot have different colonies or isolated colonies in liquid media. They all are soluble in that particular liquid medium. Bacteria grow diffusely in liquids. Solid media, colonies on solid media, we can get the different and isolated colonies, because we can also have distinct features of the colonies on distinct medias. Solid media are used particularly for the identification. Okay, Solid media, earliest solid media which were used by Robert Koch were cooked cut potato. Later, he introduced gelatin to solidify the medium, but after using of this gelatin, he noticed that the results were not so satisfactory and gelatin was proteolytic. Few organisms they were able to liquefy the gelatin, so the solidification of that particular medium was not achieved as per the requirement. So his who was a co-worker of Robert Koch, his wife has suggested Robert Koch to use agar as a solidifying agent in solid media. Okay. Since onwards, they have started using agar as a solidifying agent in the solid media. Okay. So from here we can talk about the constituents of culture media. So you have got the history of culture media, what is the requirement of culture media, why it is used, what are the requirement of liquid media, what are the requirement of solid media. Okay, once again we can see all these things. Why culture media is required? Culture media is required for the propagation of microorganism so that we can isolate them from the mixed population, whether it is a pathogen or a common cell. Okay, then there are certain environmental conditions which should be followed, that for example temperature, pH, atmospheric carbon dioxide level, these all things, and time, particular time should be followed for the isolation of a particular microorganism on these solid media so that they can produce different types of isolate or isolated colonies, so that we can identify them and we can characterize them using biochemical methods into different genus and different species. Okay, liquid medias are not suitable for isolation but are suitable for preparing patch cultures in pure form, pure cultures. But solid media, they have on which organism can produce colonies. These colonies are distinct, isolated, and they can produce different distinct features which are helpful for their identification. Earliest solid media used by Robert Koch were cooked cut potatoes. They used gelatin as a solidifying agent, but due to proteolytic activity, the gelatin was not satisfactory. So Farrell Hess and his wife they have suggested the use of agar agar. So here onwards, we have to talk about constituent of the culture media. The basic constituent of culture media are water. What is the first requirement? First requirement to prepare any culture media is water. Water, what type of water is used? It is distilled or potable water with low mineral content is suitable for preparing any culture media. Water serves as a source of hydrogen as well as oxygen in culture media. So first constituent is water, which serve as a source of hydrogen and oxygen. Distilled or potable water can be used with low minimal mineral content. Second ingredient is the electrolyte. Electrolyte, sodium chloride or other electrolytes can be used. Then agar agar. Agar agar is universally used for preparation of solid media. Agar obtained from certain seaweeds. Chief constituent of long chain of polysaccharides. It also has varying amounts of inorganic salts and small quantities of protein-like substances, but it doesn't provide any nutritive value and there is no effect on bacterial growth of this particular agar agar. Agar is hydrolyzed at high temperature, at high acid and alkaline pH. What is the use of this agar? Why they use agar? That I have not told you previously, but now this is the unique property of agar, and that's why it is still used as a solidifying agent in all the solid medias, that it melts at 90 degrees 98 degrees Celsius and usually sets at 42 degrees Celsius depending upon its concentration. And as you all know, when we prepare culture media, first we have to sterilize it, we have to autoclave it. And what is the temperature of autoclave? Temperature of autoclave is 121 degrees Celsius for 15 minutes. So at that particular temperature, this agar is in liquid state. And when we pour this agar in petri dishes, slowly the temperature comes down. When it comes at 42 degrees Celsius, it solidifies, it becomes jelly like, and there onwards we can store it at 4 degrees Celsius in fridge refrigeration temperature and use it whenever we want. And this is the unique property of this agar agar, and that's why it is still used as a solidifying agent. And that is the unique property. Approximately the concentration employed for solid media of agar agar is 2%. Its gelifying property varies in different brands of agar agar. There are two important brands of agar agar: New Zealand agar, which is more gelifying, and another one is Japanese agar. Agar manufactured either in long shreds or in powder. These agar are also called as agar agar, and they are prepared from cell wall of variety of seaweeds. Red alga species, Giladium and Gracilaria. These are the particular species of seaweeds which are used for preparation of this agar agar. It contains mainly cell wall derived long chain polysaccharides, that is D-galacto pyranose units, and small amount of protein like material, long chains of fatty acids, and stresses of inorganic salts such as calcium and magnesium. Agar is preferred over gelatin for solidification. Why? Because it's bacteriologically inert. It doesn't support anything, growth or anything. It melts at 98 degrees Celsius and usually solidifies at 42 degrees Celsius. It doesn't give any nutritive property to the culture medium, whereas gelatin liquefied by number of bacteria, and gelatin melts at 24 degrees Celsius and remain in liquid state at room temperature. So these are the disadvantages of gelatin and advantages of agar over gelatin. So the concentration used is 1 to 2% of, and for solidification. Okay. For semi-solid agar, we can use 0.5% of agar agar. For solidifying solid agar, which used to inhibit the swarming of protease, we can increase the concentration of agar agar up to 6%. Preparation of agar media: the appropriate amount of agar powder is added to water and the mixture is dissolved and then sterilized by placing it in an autoclave. When the temperature of molten agar comes down to 40 Celsius, it is poured to petri dishes and then allowed to sit for 20 minutes. So this is how it works. Next important ingredient is peptone. It is a complex mixture of partially digested proteins. Universal ingredient. It consists, or the constituents are proteose, polypeptides, amino acids, variety of inorganic salts, including phosphates, potassium, and magnesium, and certain accessory growth factors such as riboflavin. Source of peptone: it is obtained from lean meat or other protein material such as hard muscle, casein or fibrin, or soya flour, usually by digestion with proteolytic enzymes such as pepsin. Special brands of peptone are Apart from standard grades of bacteriological peptone, some manufacturers supply special grade of peptone which are used for special purposes. For example, neopeptone, protease peptone, mycological peptone, etc. Commercially available peptone can be used for preparing the media. Next important ingredient is meat extract. It is also available commercially. Commercial firm which provides meat extract are Lablimco and Oxford. Its preparation of highly concentrated meat stock, usually made from beef. It has peptone degradation products, inorganic salts, carbohydrates, and growth factors. Next is yeast extract. It is prepared commercially from washed cells of baker's yeast, contains amino acid, inorganic salts such as potassium and phosphate, and carbohydrates. Malt extract is another constituent which consists maltose, about 50%, starch, dextrine, glucose, and 5% of protein products. Next ingredients are blood, serum, other important components of enriched media provide extra nutrition to fastidious bacteria. Usually, up to 5 to 10% of sheep blood is used. Horse or ox or human blood can also be supplemented to the sheep blood. Blood should be collected aseptically and rendered non-coagulably by defibrillation. Defibrillation can be done by shaking the blood in a bottle which has sterile glass beads, or they can be defibrillated. Defibrillation can be achieved by oxalate or citrate. Serum can be sterilized by filtration after collection, or it can also be subjected to water bath at 50 degrees Celsius, 50 to 56 degrees Celsius for half an hour for 3 consecutive days, and then it can be used. Okay. So next is culture media and its type. Culture media has three important types: solid culture media, liquid culture media or broth, and semi-solid culture media. So bacteriological culture media can be classified into two ways. Based on consistency of culture media, they are grouped into solid culture media, liquid culture media or broth, and semi-solid culture media. Based on growth requirements, culture media can be classified as routine laboratory media, defined or synthetic media. Routine laboratory media are prepared from nutrients such as aqueous extract of meat, peptone, etc., and they can be further classified into various types based on functional use of an application, such as simple basal media, enriched media, enrichment broth, selective media, differential media, transport media, anaerobic media, like that. Defined or synthetic media are prepared from pure chemical substances, and exact composition of the media is known as simple synthetic media and complex synthetic media. Okay, so we'll start with the consistency type of differentiation: solid, liquid, and semi-solid. Okay, so simple media is there, complex media is there, defined synthetic media we've seen, semi-defined media is there, spatial media, enriched media is there, spatial media, enrichment media, spatial media, selective media, spatial media such as indicator and differential media, spatial media which are transport media. So these are the various types of culture media. And another important thing is that there are two types of important medias differentiated: aerobic and anaerobic. Okay? Aerobic media is used for aerobic organisms, anaerobic media which are pre-reduced, from which oxygen is absorbed, and it is used for the particularly for the growth of anaerobic organisms. So, so routine laboratory media, uh, which is Grouped as first type is simple or basal media. They contain minimum that supports the growth of non-fastidious bacteria. For example, that include peptone water contains peptone 1%, NaCl 0.5%, and water. It also has nutrient broth, which is made up of peptone water, meat extract, NaCl, and it is available in three forms: meat extract, meat infusion, and meat digest broth. Simple basal medium, we have talked about the broth, and if it is a simple basal medium which has solid media, which is a solid media, that is nutrient agar, it is made up of nutrient broth plus 2% of agar. So this constituent will be similar to nutrient broth: peptone water, meat extract, NaCl, water. To that we add 2% of agar, it will become simple solid medium. First it was simple medium broth. Okay. If you want to prepare semi-solid, reduce the concentration of agar-agar from 2% to 0.2 to 0.5%. If you want to inhibit swarming of Proteus species, the media is you want to use it for inhibiting swarming of the Proteus, increase the concentration of agar-agar to 6%. Okay. Use of basal media. The basal media are used for testing non-fastidiousness of bacteria. They serve as a base for the preparation of many other types of media. Nutrient broth is used for studying the bacterial growth curve. Nutrient agar is preferred medium for performing biochemical tests such as oxidase test, catalase test, slide agglutination test, etc. They are also used for studying the polymorphology of various organisms. They are also used for studying the pigment demonstration by various organisms. Semi-solid media, they can be used for demonstrating motility by different motile organisms. Motile organisms spread throughout the semi-solid medium, making the medium hazy. Maintaining stock culture is another use of an important use of this basal media. Next media is the complex media. These complex media, they have ingredients added for a special purpose to see certain characteristic. For example, milk agar is another example of complex media. It is used for the observation of pigment production. Okay. Synthetic media. This synthetic media are chemically defined, used for various experimental purposes. They are prepared exclusively from pure chemical substances in such a way that their composition, that is, exact quantity of each chemical used, is known. There are types of synthetic media: simple synthetic media and complex synthetic media. Simple synthetic media contain carbon as an energy source, such as glucose, lactose, inorganic source of nitrogen, usually in the form of ammonium chloride, phosphate, or sulfate, various inorganic salts in buffered aqueous solutions. They provide the basic essential for growth of many non-fastidious heterotrophs, but they will not support the growth of fastidious bacteria. So this is simple synthetic media. Complex synthetic media, here in addition to simple synthetic media, certain amino acids, purines, pyrimidines, and other growth factors are incorporated. Hence, they can also support the growth of more exacting bacteria. So, the example of first is the enrichment media or enrichment broth. They are liquid media added with some inhibitory agents which selectively allow certain organisms to grow and inhibit others. This is important for isolation of pathogen from clinical specimen which also contain normal flora, that is mixed population, for example stool, sputum specimen. Examples of enrichment broth includes selenite F broth used for isolation of Shigella, Salmonella, tetracyanate broth used for isolation of Salmonella typhi, which inhibits coliform, gram-negative broth used for isolation of Shigella, alkaline peptone water used for isolation of Vibrio cholerae. So these are enrichment media. The difference between enrichment and enriched media: enriched media is a solid media and enrichment medium is a liquid medium. Always remember this. Enriched media. When vessel medium is added with additional nutrients such as blood, serum, egg, it is called as enrichment media. In addition to non-fastidious organisms, they also support the growth of fastidious organisms because they are nutritionally exact in the requirement of that particular bacteria. For example, blood agar is there, which is enrichment medium. Chocolate agar is there, which is an enrichment medium. Loflus serum slope is there, which is an enrichment medium. So these are all enrichment medium. Blood agar is prepared by adding 5 to 10% of sheep blood to the nutrient agar, which is a vessel medium, at 45 degrees Celsius, and it is widely used for the diagnostic bacteriology. Blood agar also test for hemolysis of various bacteria. We can exhibit the bacteria can exhibit their properties such as hemolysis, which are different type: beta hemolysis, alpha hemolysis, gamma hemolysis. Beta is complete hemolysis, alpha is partial hemolysis, gamma is not hemolysis. Chocolate agar, it is a heated blood agar prepared by adding 5 to 10% of sheep blood at 72 degrees Celsius, around 70 degrees Celsius, where RBCs are lysed and the content of RBCs is released out, changing the color of media from blood red to chocolate. These are used for as a selective media for Haemophilus influenzae like organism, which doesn't grow on blood agar, but as they require the X and P factor from the RBCs, and that's why they require ruptured RBCs, and chocolate agar provide them X and P factor because RBCs are ruptured at 70 degrees Celsius and hence lysed at that particular temperature, releasing the content of the RBCs in the medium. Loflus serum slope contains serum. It is used for isolation of Omnibacterium diphtheria. Blood culture media are also enriched media used for isolation of microorganisms from blood. They are either monophasic or biphasic media, which are monophasic medium contains brain heart infusion broth. Biphasic media contains liquid phase as well as solid agar phase in slow form. You will be, you can we can have an example of Castellida's medium, which has brain heart infusion agar as a liquid phase and brain heart infusion agar in slow as a solid phase. Okay. Next is selective medium. The selective media, these are solid media having inhibitory substances which inhibit the normal flora present in the specimen and allow the pathogen to grow. Examples are Lowenstein-Janssen medium used for isolation of Mycobacterium tuberculosis, thiosulfate citrate bile salt sucrose agar, TCBS used for the cultivation and isolation of Vibrio species, DCA deoxycoated citrate agar used for the isolation of enteric pathogens such as Salmonella and Shigella. You can see the pictures of LJ medium. The first one, this one is the LJ medium, and this one is the TCBS, on which yellow color colonies of the Vibrio cholera, because it ferments sucrose, and because fermentation of sucrose, colonies of Vibrio cholera, they assume yellow color. XLD is another example, xylose lysine deoxycholate agar, which is used for cultivation of Salmonella and Shigella, as well as differentiation of Salmonella and Shigella from other organisms present in that particular specimen, for example, feces. Potassium tellurite agar, which is used for isolation of Corynebacteria, on which Corynebacteria produces metallic sheen, black metallic sheen colonies. On XLD also, Salmonella produces black metallic sheen colonies. Wilson Blair, which is again one of the important selective media for the isolation and identification of Salmonella typhi, where Salmonella typhi produces black color colonies. Indicator media, which is somewhat selective, which is somewhat related to the differential media. For differential media and indicator media, these are similar one. Indicator media contain certain ingredients because of which the organism colony assume certain changes in their character morph- morphology and pigment production. Generally, it is related with the pigment. It indicates change in the color of the medium of the color acquired by the colonies. Blood telluride medium on which Staphylococcus aureus produces metallic or jet black color colonies. Wilson Blair media, Salmonella typhi produces black color colonies. MacLeod's medium, Diphtheria bacillus is there. Milk agar, Staphylococcus aureus can be shown different type of pigments, golden yellow, lemon yellow, white color. Differential media, these media differentiate between two groups of bacteria using indicator which changes the color of the colonies of particular group of bacteria but not the other group. Substances enable to bring out different characteristics of the bacteria. For example, McConkey's agar, which uses which is an important differential medium and low selective medium commonly used for isolating enteric organisms, mostly enteric gram-negative bacteria. It differentiates organisms into lactose fermenting as well as non-lactose fermenting organisms, where lactose fermenting organisms they produce pink color, non-lactose fermenting organisms produce yellow color or colorless colonies. These lactose fermenting organisms they produces pink color colonies. Example is E. coli. Non-lactose fermenting organism no color colonies. Example is Shigella. Composition of McConkey's agar they contain peptone, lactose agar, agar, neutral red which is an indicator, and tet- torpolate. Most laboratories use combination of blood agar and McConkey agar for a routine bacterial culture. Before moving to sugar agar, clade agar is another important differential media. Cysteine, lactose, electrolyte deficient agar. This is another differential medium similar to McConkey agar, capable of differentiating between lactose fermenting and non-lactose fermenting. It uses an alternative to combination of blood agar and McConkey agar for processing of generally it is used when the urine samples are processed. Advantage over McConkey that it is less inhibitory than McConkey agar, supports the growth of gram-positive bacteria also, except beta-hemolytic streptococci and candida. Candida can also grow on that, except beta-hemolytic streptococci. Most of the gram-positive bacteria grow. Candida also grows, but not the beta-hemolytic streptococci. Advantages over blood agar of blood is that it can prevent the swarming of protease, so that you can have isolated colonies of swarming. If the isolated colonies of protease, if it is present as a positive agent in urine, otherwise on McConkey agar, protease and other etiological agent which is also responsible for urinary tract infections, because most of the time two organisms can cause UTI. Both can be the significant organism. At that time, swarming of protease can mask the other organism which is grown on McConkey agar. So Cladis has that particular advantage. We can inhibit the swarming of protease on clade. So swarming can be inhibited by using clade agar or by increasing the agar to 6%. Okay. So sugar medias are there. Monosaccharide, which has pentose, arabinose, xylose, hexose, dextrose, mannose, disaccharide, sucrose, lactose, polysaccharide, starch, inulin, trisaccharide, raffinose, alcohols, glycerol, sorbitol, glucosides, salicin, non-carbohydrate substances, inositol. So these are all sugars collected in one. We can have 1% of sugar plus peptone water plus the indicator generally is anodized indicator, and an inverted adaptive. This is called as a sugar medium. They can be used for for the particular identification of that particular organism, because organism they ferment the sugar, and the change in the sugar can be detected as color change of the medium, as production of acid, and inverted adaptive collect the gas, and gas and acid can be detected in the same test. His serum sugar contains 3% of serum used for sugar fermentation test for by Corynebacterium, diphtheria, and pneumococci. Transport medias are there. These transport medias used for delicate organisms. Transport of clinical specimen suspected to contain delicate organism, or when the delay is expected while transporting the specimen from one place to another place for collection site to the laboratory. Bacteria which are not able to multiply, bacteria usually do not multiply in this medium, but they remain viable. So the medium doesn't support the nutritional support is not there for excessive growth. It just allows the organism to survive in it. Special media for specimen such as CSF, feces, etc. are also termed as transport medium. Stewart's transport medium, which is soft nutrient agar, reducing sap to prevent oxidation. Reducing substances are added to prevent oxidation. It also has charcoal to neutralize certain bacterial inhibitor. So this is about the culture media and their different types of culture media. Okay. Anaerobic culture media are there. Anaerobic media contain reducing substances which take up the oxygen and create low redox potential, and thus permit the growth of obligate anaerobes such as Clostridium. Examples of anaerobic culture media: Robertson's cooked meat media, RCM broth contains chopped meat particles, beef meat particles, which provide glutathione, a sulfide group compound containing reducing substances, and unsaturated fatty acids. It is the most widely used anaerobic culture media, also used for maintaining stock cultures. Other anaerobic media, which include thioglycolate broth, anaerobic bread agar, Reinhardt infusion agar with supplements such as vitamin K and heme, neomycin blood agar, kanamycin blood agar, egg yolk agar, phenyl ethyl agar, bacteroids bile agar, PPE. So these are different anaerobic culture media. Expected questions on this particular topic. In theory, there can be a long question of 15 marks. Define culture media in detail. Describe types of culture media with suitable examples. Or define culture media in detail. Describe requirements and compositions of different medias with suitable examples. Short notes for 5 marks, such as can be asked on enriched or enrichment media, differential or indicator media, selective media, transport media. Okay, so anaerobic culture medias can be asked. So this is all about the demonstration of culture medias. Thank you, students. If you have any doubts or queries, you can anytime reach to us, Department of Microbiology. Thank you so much.